Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to whoever's channel it is, because we are all one and the same. It's all love, was Zambia, one people. And today we are in pink. At least one of us is in pink.
One of us is in pink. You let us know who's in pink.
But guys, it's pink. No, it's peach. It's peach. Unaona po pinches yaso. It's pink. This is the color of pink.
You let us know who's really in pink.
Yes,
here.
please wear pink, because men wear pink, and we're celebrating what?
1 year of love. It's gonna be our 1 year anniversary, and so we thought we'd celebrate it by just telling you the story of us, how we met, everything we've been through, and where we are now.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes. So welcome as we dive into the journey.
Yeah, guys, so please watch until the end, because we're gonna tell you about a giveaway that
we're
gonna have.
Very, very special giveaway. Yeah, because when we celebrate, we all celebrate. You know what I'm saying? And you understand why the giveaway is that giveaway. So just
you have to watch the video to understand.
Yes.
So
it's
you gotta
sweet.
watch it. So let's get in. So we're gonna start in the beginning. So basically, I've known Joshua for I don't really know when I met him, to be honest.
Up together.
we didn't grow up together.
We could have grown up together. We don't know.
He's the guy I used to see in the neighborhood, because we stay very close to each other, and he was my friend's friend. So I just used to see him actually thought that Joshua and Bobby were two different people. I didn't know it was the same person. And so I just knew him, and we'd greet each other in the road. Oh, hi. He'd come to my church once in a while as just the artist and do his thing. And when did we start getting close?
Actually, I used to tell people that Joshua is my young brother.
Really?
And then Bobby, and people would believe it. I don't know.
Yeah. So we had mutual friends, I guess. And on Sunday afternoons, would be chilling after church. We go to different churches, but I don't know if it was a neighborhood thing, but because of our mutual friends, would find ourselves in the same space. And so I don't know, he thought I was a cool person, and he was I think she's really cool. I'm gonna invite her on a trip.
She's getting a little too big-headed now, but she was cool.
So we all went on this trip. And when I got back from that trip, I feel that's when we really got close. We really got close. So we started going on cake dates.
Yes, guys.
We started, I don't know, it was just a thing. I like eating. I think that's how it came. I like eating, and then I I should have said something. I should have.
It's the way God wired you. It's a.
Okay, he doesn't even have the way.
Yes, it's a substance. It's a something.
So I kind of feel I'm the one who brought up the cake thing. I know where there's nice cake, and he thought he knew where there was nice cake, and it just became a thing.
No, I know nice cake.
Maybe. Anyway, it just became a thing where we're let's see who knows where the best cake is, and we started having conversations over cake, and
cake
actually, I remember telling my friend, because I was in university, I was Joshua's such a cool guy. He's just cool. He doesn't want anything from me. He doesn't want to be in a relationship with me. He's just cool. Yeah.
It was true.
Really?
It was true.
Yeah.
At the time, it was just it's just vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's just cool. We're just getting cake. We're just talking about life and all these different things. I figured, that there's a cool chick that eats a lot, and I'm that's really all that is.
Guys, let me tell you, Joshua once said in my presence to someone that I can't manage Lydia as a girlfriend because of the way she eats.
Guys, if you met her when I met her, oh my gosh, she's always eating.
I snapped.
And I was just my God, this is high maintenance. I don't think I would manage.
And I used to eat nice things,
Only nice things. Your friends, they go to Matebeto, the best make a shawarma, let's take a walk. Okay, then,
it's not even about food. Okay.
It actually is about food. That's how we met.
Okay, your side of the story.
Okay, so pretty much, she's right about many things. In fact, everything. Yes. There's nothing more to say. You said everything. Cake brought us together. But yes, we would go for cake dates. would have a good time, and I noticed my things, ask her a question, she will answer. I was like, okay. Kananze. First I can question. Kananze. Kakwenda na mulungu soba church. Okay, so we started getting close. At the church they have like a 21 days like fasting thingy.
The beginning of the
year. Yeah. So that year I said, life I've never done this 21 day fasting. So I was like, okay, you know what? If I want to get to a place I've never been, let me do something I've never done. Right? So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me do this 21 day fasting. And even in there, like me, I'm a very observant person. Like I noticed my things.
You watch and pray.
Exactly. And I'm saying, you're like, she don't want. Yeah. So like even during that whole 21 day fasting, I could just see like she genuinely just cared for people. Because I knew she didn't like me at that point.
Like, don't say like feelings. I liked you as a person.
Okay, but they know what I mean. Okay, they know what. Yes, okay. My feelings. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't say like I also had feelings for her also, but like I'm just observant. Like at that point, right? So yeah, Daniel fast, never done it before, and I'm thinking, it's wild. Me, I like chicken. I like what, and I like didn't plan. Me, I just entered. So first couple of days, I was like, oh, you should try this soup. You should try this one, and I'm like. This person is kind. Okay, this person she's kind, she's sweet, she's whatever. And I think for me, those things kind of stand out, especially when I know you don't like me, because it kind of paints a picture of like that's who you are. Because sometimes we do things to kind of show the other person like, oh, I like you. Yeah, they should notice me, so I make a soap. But then like for you, it was just genuine like kindness, and yeah. So I was like, okay, nice, interesting. Each one for himself, God for us all. Yeah. And then I guess now from noticing a lot of things, there was one time we went for prayer. I don't know what day it was. Was it still during the fast? Or just a normal day? Yeah, it was during the fast. And like I'm praying, and like one of the big things for me was like I just want someone who can truly worship God, and just like like have that real relationship with God. So I'm like, okay, I'm praying. Then my eyes opened. Wow. And then what I saw,
what did you see?
In the great distance, was a woman of God crying to the Lord and praying, and so passionately. And I looked at the Lord and I said, God, but that's what like I like, like I said that. But anyway, I'm not here for that. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to have a good time. Yeah, but I feel like from that day, I feel like that's now when the idea like was like. What about Lydia? Yeah.
That's when you stopped seeing me as Lydia from the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's when she became Chilid. Chicha.
Wow.
Chicha. Yeah, so I guess that's how even like the cakes thing started like getting intensified and whatever, just to make an excuse to say the person, Yeah. And then from there I asked her out.
With cake! He asked me out with cake, you guys. It was so
I put a ring inside the cake.
He really understands that I like eating. Like, I think he gets it. That's what I like about Joshua. He's just into all the details. So, what happened? It was like on a Sunday, and he invited me to Cremosa. Do you think Cremosa is the place with the best cakes?
If I say yes, is that like free advertisement for them?
Okay, no, let's not say.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
No. Yeah, so he invited me there, and I ate cake. Like, he got me cake, and at the bottom of the cake, it was written, "Will you be my girlfriend?" How sweet is that? No one has ever done that for me, you guys.
I won't tell you the details because she's escaping the details. Okay, so this is how the Cremosa cakes come. Okay, they come in a plaque. Like a golden plaque.
We'll show you the picture. I still have it.
Oh yeah, dope. So now I had to. What did I do?
He had to remove the cake from the plaque, write on a paper, stick the paper with tape, so and then put the cake back on top of it.
Yes. Yeah. So that it looks like it. That's how it came.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so she's eating. She's saying.
And I was seeing words. I'm like, I started rebranding these people. I didn't even understand it. I was like, what's happening? Yeah, it was very sweet. It was very, very sweet. And we started dating.
Yeah.
It was the worst relationship ever.
Yeah. It was wow.
It was horrible.
It was.
What was that? I don't even know what that was.
Sometimes when I think about it, like, my gosh, thank you. That we're no longer in that relationship.
It was the worst thing ever. That was in October 2020, by the way, right?
October 2020.
Yeah, it was on. I remember 10th October was our first. Then we started dating again last year. Yeah. Yeah, so we would have been 2 years and some months. But anyway, it's fine.
Jesus Christ.
It was bad.
And I think we did a video that kind of like, we explained some of the lessons we got from that. Yeah, but we'll just talk about it briefly. Just because, you need to understand that we are human beings. Amen, church. And
life happens.
Follow us as we follow Christ. So obviously on my end, I guess I understand a bit more of it, even like now being in a different season and in a different space. But for me back then, a lot that was going on is, she was so different. Like, oh my gosh, how do we navigate these differences? And then for me, what I was also failing to communicate is how the said differences made me feel, right? So for me, I felt like she's not very expressive. Like, even in the beginning stages, but nice, like, does this chick even want me or what? And then finally dating, but it still kind of feels like, am I forcing things here or what's the story? So, and then obviously there's a whole lot of things going on her end. And so for me, like, it's being interpreted as, I'm not loved here. So like, what's the story? So it was just a drag. It was a drag. And no, please interrupt me all you want.
The biggest thing, like, I didn't even know that you didn't feel loved. Like, when you told me that you didn't feel loved, it was so, like, I was so surprised. Like, this is it. Like, we're focusing on two different things. Like, I had this and you had that, and it was just, okay, continue saying.
Which I guess is another lesson there. Communication is so important. So for me, it kind of felt like it's awkward. Like, I can't say that to my girlfriend. Like, how do you tell your girlfriend that I don't feel loved? It's like,
that was the best thing
I'll
you
just
ever
be
told
strong.
Me.
And I guess also because of coming from a different, we play ourselves. Also just by, I feel like kind of having like a lot of other relationships in the past and whatever. I feel like, yes, you learn something, but I feel like there's something it also does to you, because you kind of feel like,
Keep on referring to it.
Exactly. Like, it's like, but in that relationship it was like this, in that relationship it was like this. And then you don't get to appreciate even the differences of the person you are with there and then, right? So and I figured like that was something I had to unlearn. I think that's how I managed to get out of that space. And when I realized, like, okay, this is where I'm at, like, I could see her value, and I said, you know what, I think she's someone worth giving it a shot for again. So it was at a place where I said, okay, let me be myself, let me be Jesus. And then I said, okay, if I'm gonna go back here, I have to make that decision from a clear mind and space. So that's what happened.
So his side didn't feel loved, and my side mainly, I just felt like this guy doesn't understand me. He doesn't want me to be who I am, because he's not, every time I'm myself, he's telling me I'm not this, I'm not that. It just felt like it was a space where I felt like I couldn't be me, because you had like other expectations of how you wanted me to be. Am I correct? The expectations, and I'm like, I can't do that. Like, every time I'm around him and his friends, like, this, and I'm like, but that's who I am, and should I, like, can I be allowed to be who I am? And there was all this.
Really, no.
Yes, but I think what helped us is just getting to understand each other, communicate better, and just really understanding, like, our differences actually help us.
Exactly.
They help us so much. But also because for me, I wasn't in a clear headspace when we got into the relationship, because of some stuff. So I feel like I also wasn't putting in my all. But hearing him say that I don't feel loved, for me, like, it did a lot. Like, it really did a lot. And when he broke down and explained, like, okay, this is this and this is why I don't like it, I never saw it before until you told me. That's when I started seeing, like, certain things. So communication, definitely the best thing. We used to argue almost all the time. We're just arguing. You don't understand me. What? I don't even know what we did in that relationship. What was that?
I don't know. Thank God we're out of it. But anyway, we're here now. yeah, one of the things that I think like we can both attest to like us being here now, and we kind of feel like when this new season is really it's pretty much just God. We decided to just intentionally like put God as the focus, and it really helped because it removed a certain pressure off of us and off of the relationship. I feel like sometimes it's like, this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend,
and she must do this.
Exactly, like there's a certain way it must be, right? And so you're kind of putting pressure on that thing. It must deliver this, and this. If it doesn't deliver this, then it's not a relationship, then it's not love. Yeah, and so I think really putting our focus on God really helped remove that pressure from the relationship, and we became better people, and with that is we became better for each other.
And I think just focusing on the love of God and just as you said, like putting our attention back on God helped us get closer to each other, because in seasons where like we're not as intentional with our relationship with God, I found that would be frustrated, would be like, that's the time would be most distant. But in the seasons where we choose like, okay, we're gonna seek God and just be intentional and just keep that as our daily, like, a relationship with God, and that's when like things started working out better for us.
For sure. One thing I love about this.
Sorry.
No, go.
and also just to say that sometimes you do get carried away with like this love, because like it's so nice and it's
sweet
and then you don't do it intentionally, but like sometimes you put your focus more on this rather than on God, which is something that's very easy to do, especially like when you're enjoying and like it's like, but then like the longer it's like it's something that's there, like it will hit you one day, like, you know what I need more than this is God. Like you can be going on for so long feeling like, oh yes, this is it, I'm happy, but you put God on the fence, like it will hit you one day. Or for me, I feel like it hit like, I'm supposed to be putting God first and then this.
Yeah, that's so true.
You're gonna say what you love about me?
Yeah, anyway, well, like one of the things, again, like I was just kind of like reminded. There was recently when we were just praying about stuff and like planning for the future. And like we're praying together and like, just feel like, he's praying. Yes.
Wow.
Deep.
He said that he's going to be a Tate Busa.
Yes. You know how there's my Busa? I'm going to be Tate Busa. I'm going to be there to support her ministry. I'll do the men's ministry in the church. Yeah. But yeah, and it's like, it's in those moments where like, like I found someone who I can intentionally seek God with, and we can make certain decisions together because we're both seeking God like honestly and earnestly, and we can both hear from God and have peace about certain decisions moving forward. Yeah, rather than you've prayed, I feel the Lord is, then your wife is just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you. Speaking of that, like the whole intentionality and seeking God thing, there's something cool that really happened. So like I was just taking time to just really see God. I was going through something wild, and I said, let me go with Jesus. Yeah, and there's something she mentioned about like there's seasons where like it just rains, and there's rains, and then there's seasons where you have to intentionally do the watering, like and that was so good, because there's certain moments like in life, your spiritual work with God, but even just relationships and whatever, there's times when like everything it flows, it's natural and whatever, and then there's times where you really have to put your foot down and say, I'm gonna do ABCD to make sure this thing works, and if I don't do ABCD, this thing won't work. It won't just magically happen. So even like with your spiritual walk, like you and God, there's times where it's just sweet, and there's times when it's dry. You have to tell yourself, I'm going to that worship night, I'm going to that conference, I'm going to get information about. You have to do it, because it won't happen on its own. And I feel like that's how we're here now.
There's one thing. So for me, I'm sorry. So there's one time I was going through such a hard time in like a past relationship. It was like, So my family like took me to Livingston, and yeah, it was a challenging. Like I wasn't okay. Like I was hurt. So we went to Livingston, and when the day we were leaving, like we saw people at the gorge swing, and they were like swinging. And because I journal a lot, I wrote in my journal, I was like, God, one day I'm going to come back to the gorge swing with a man that I love, and I want to do it. And the thing is that it was quite expensive, the activity. So I'm like, okay, sometime in the future. And then fast forward to
2022.
It was this year.
It was this year.
Oh yeah. I got to actually do the gorge swing with Joshua, and I totally forgot about what I wrote. We went with family, by the way. We're not the two of us. Don't do that. Went with family.
We are Christians. We went with two of us.
Went with family. But we got to do the gorge swing, and I totally forgot about that time. And like just in the evening, like Holy Spirit just reminded me, like, remember that time you were hurt and you wrote this down, and looked like it actually happened not so far like from the time I wrote it. And that was just another sign. Like I feel like I've had so much confirmation, but that's also another thing that where God just showed me, like, you know what, I'm in the detail. Like every little thing that you know that has been on your heart, the things that you desire, like I'm in the detail, and I'm gonna, you know,
Speaking of Livingston, I'm gonna show them that clip.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, we're gonna show you that clip. She's saying it all nice and sweet here, like, oh my gosh,
Joshua passed out.
We're gonna do the gorge swing together and blah blah blah.
He
Guys,
passed out.
devilish activities, demonic, satanic, unbiblical, ungodly.
It was fun.
That thing is scary.
Yeah, but
it's
you
so
did
scary.
it.
She's just
High
like,
five.
let's go, babe. Let's do it together. I'm
was
looking at
fun.
her. This woman doesn't love me. She wants me to die.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
now
it
I
was,
hear.
it was a good experience.
And being intentional and growing and learning and fighting and working on everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our short story.
Because cake brought us together, or food, or whatever.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a giveaway with Cookies Coffee. Okay, so it's gonna be a breakfast for two. I believe it's the deluxe breakfast. That's the one like right at the bottom of the menu. So you know it's good stuff.
They
If
can
it's
also,
at the end,
yeah.
it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
But they can also choose within the price in
I
case
guess,
they don't want that breakfast.
if you don't want that one, you
But
can
you won't
choose
get
within
any
the price
change.
range.
Like you just have to.
Yeah, you know how it works. You have done these things before.
Yeah.
We believe and trust that everyone watching this video has done this before. It's not new. So yes, we're gonna do that giveaway for a breakfast for two people. So if you win, you go with whoever it is you want. It can be your friend, it can be your girlfriend, your
Sister, your neighbor,
can be that
anybody
one
you
that you want. Chijachapa corner.
Chili.
Yeah. So all you gotta do to participate is there's gonna be a reel on Instagram with all the details.
Will be at the
with all the
reel.
details. You when you see it, you'll see it. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna pick the winner on a Monday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The day before our anniversary.
Yeah, day before our anniversary. So yeah.
So you're gonna see this video on a Friday, and right after you see this video, you'll go see the reel.
Yeah.
And you can participate, and you have the whole weekend to participate. And Monday we'll announce the winner.
Exactly. So yeah. Thank you guys
Thank you so much
for rocking with us. Special
you guys
shout
are so
out
nice.
and thanks to the Mahangos.
Oh yes, you guys.
Look at this place.
It's so beautiful.
My gosh.
We are tapping
My
into
gosh.
everything in this place.
When we touch it, it's ours. We're gonna touch the camera. soon.
yeah.
So yeah, big shout out to those guys. They're
Yeah,
amazing.
they're so amazing.
They allowed us to do this.
This is their space.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
And we're saying thanks so that
Thank
they allow us to
you.
come back again. Let's do another one and another one. But yeah, thank you so much guys for watching this video. Do leave a comment and let us know what you think about everything we've said. Thanks again for subscribing. Do subscribe if you're not subscribed, because I'm saying let's be a part of the community and we grow together.
Yes, guys.
Otherwise, thug life.
One wife. Does that become our thing?
Yeah.